can't believe this is already podcast episode number 91. Why you keep making more money, but you never truly feel wealthy. Welcome to the podcast Manifesting Big Money Fast. My name is Janine Hurd. I am so excited that you found this podcast or that you're tuning in to another episode. This podcast is all about manifestation, big money, energetics, spirituality, how it's all connected, and most importantly, how you can increase your bank account right now. So let's dive in today's episode. Big money lovers, I'm telling you, this current season we're in till the end of the year, it is one of my favorite season. It is all about mastering to have, to keep more money, to build a system in which money comes in, it has a place, it multiplies. This work, first of all, truly has transformed my own finances, and I will be sharing some details about this, but also my business, because I deeply believe when I'm changing as a woman, I'm also changing as a CEO, as a business owner, so my business also grows from that. And I shared this very openly, and I always had kind of more money, like I always made more money than other people in my age, in my industry. I clearly see this as a pattern going through my life. So also when I started this online coaching business roughly 6 years ago, I hit my first million in my first 12 months. Obviously, much more money than I've ever experienced in my whole life before was coming in. I truly enjoyed, and this is now the part I didn't share back then publicly. Probably the first 2 years, I was spending my money wildly on luxury shopping trips, 5-star hotels. It not just like a room, it had to be a suite. And obviously there's nothing wrong with it. I still do the same things as today, just differently. Back then, I definitely would consider myself a rich broke. I made money, but I always spend it. Very often, even completely. So every month, I was starting almost from scratch again. And I thought kind of, oh, it's normal, whatever, money's coming in. I know how to manifest. It's all going to work out. And it always did work out. And it's always still working out. However, it quickly reached a point where I'm like, I got exhausted. Deep down, there was a desire not to always start from scratch financially, to have a different business module, to have more recurring payments, it was this feeling of having a stronger foundation than I had. And those were conversations back in the day I couldn't have with many people, because most people, they just think the money game is a step one. It's like, oh, just show me how to make more money. They don't understand that there's a step 2 and step 3, and that is how to keep, how to have the money, and then how to multiply it. So it's not, we will dive into this in the next season when it's really about creating your economy. It's not just the investing part, because when I invest in assets, and of course, I'm picking my assets. Doesn't matter if it's real estate, ETFs, stock exchange, cryptos, whatever. Of course, I pick something and I believe it goes up. But for me, it is putting my own money into another external. You've just listened to the first 4 minutes of the VIP version of the podcast. By becoming a VIP member, you can listen to 3 episodes per week. You will receive early bird access to the Monday episode, so you already can listen on Sunday. And if that doesn't sound great enough yet, I've got one more. Why you should become a podcast VIP member. I'm answering every week a listener's question in the podcast. So if you have a question, drop it in the Q&A thread and receive the answer in the podcast. Can't wait to see you. Simply click on the link in the show notes or go to courses.richandhappiness.com to become a VIP member.